Hey folks, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with another edition of Finding Winners MLB edition for a Friday, May 14th. Hopefully you're having yourself a good start to your day. As always, don't forget to subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right hand corner, or if you're on a mobile device, just hit the subscribe button below this video. Today's podcast and this edition of the Raymond Report Finding Winners is brought to you by BullpenPicks.com. Bullpenpicks.com. There's no bull there. Anybody can play, anybody can win at bullpenpicks.com. And I'll come back to that later, show you how it works and how you get my picks each and every day at bullpenpicks.com. All right, so I'm going to show you guys something. You know, having this YouTube channel and doing the computer picks and all that, and finding winners is starting to be one of my favorite segments of this channel, because it gets right into the heart and the meat and potatoes of handicapping, right? How to get inside the minds of different handicappers, how they're thinking, how do they come up with their fundamentals of handicapping, what do they find that's important, relevant to the handicapping. And one thing every day, and I'm sure many handicappers watching this will say the exact same thing: how do you handle streaks? And what I mean is this: especially in baseball, right? You're talking about teams that play 162 games compared to, like, say, NFL, when a team goes on a 3-4 game win streak in the NFL. Is it completely different than when a team in Major League Baseball goes on, say, like the Kansas City Royals, on an 11 game losing streak? Or where's the streaks? Right here, Kansas City. Oh, let me go to Major League Baseball, and let me get the right sport. There we go. 11 game losing streak. Now, if you're at the Raymond Report and you're going, okay, where is that? I go to your site every day. So you go to dashboard, and then once you get to dashboard, go to tip sheet, and from the tip sheet, and this is what I do each and every day, go to MLB. I print out this tip sheet, and that's my worksheet on how I start handicapping. And there's a lot of things, and I'll get to different various how I start handicapping maybe on another video. But the first thing I want to talk about today is streaks, right? So how do I handle streaks in different sports? Major League Baseball, NHL, NBA. Does a home team play a factor in an 11 game losing streak? A 3 game winning streak, like San Francisco's on a 3 game win streak, and in the Raymond Report, they're a team that's above 60%, so I classify them as an A-type team. So when a team like San Francisco that has a record of 23-14 and they're on a winning streak, does it carry more weight than, say, a team that's on a 4-game win streak like Detroit? This is a perfect example. That is on a C-type team in the Raymond Report, 13-23 record. So how much weight do I put on a team like Detroit on a 4-game win streak with a 13-23 record compared to a team in like San Francisco, who's an A-type team, 23-14 on a 3-game win streak, right? So what I've done is I went into my database and I said, you know what, like mirror on the wall type thing. I said, database, go find me this query right here. I want to go look when teams are on a 3-game win streak this season, and I'll go to next season in just a few seconds. I want to find out, and this is part of handicapping, and I always say history is your best teacher. And so this year, so far this season, and the way I do my search queries, if I go this season, I put more weight in this season, say, than the last 2 years, right? Because this season is all about the core of players in the macro system of things, and the team are the micro system, right? So if I go any team, 3-game win streak this season, what's their record? And I did my research before, and I think it's going to come up to 31-29, right? And 31-27-2 to the over-under. So this year, teams that are on a 3-game win streak in Major League Baseball in the 2021 season, the teams are 31-29 on a 3-game win streak, and the over is hitting at 4 games above. Now, who are the best teams? And now I don't think looking at the teams really puts a lot of emphasis, but it's from a league system point of view. Like, for instance, Cleveland 3-1 when they're on a 3-game win streak, right? But I don't think that carries a lot of weight, because it's just it's a trend. It's a trend. I carry more weight when it's on a league system trend. Now, all right, so 31, so it's almost close to 54%, right? Teams that are on a 3-game win streak. How about if they are a home team? What's the difference? Now, there won't be a lot of, so 17-18. What about road teams on a 3-game win streak? Road teams on a 14-11. So does that tell us anything? Not really. How about favorites? Now, San Francisco is a favorite. And let me see. How does favorites do on a 3-game win streak so far this season? 21-16, 15-21-1. Now, what I'm looking for is indicators. If I consistently see some progress trends, always pointing towards the under. And if I do last season, 2020, which probably resembles, you know what? I don't think it resembles this season because this year we're playing a full, season. Maybe 2019, right? So let's look at any team in last season on a 3-game win streak. How did they do? 50-28. Not bad. Not bad at all, right? How about home away favorites? Last season on a 3-game win streak, 16-8, 9-14. Now let's compare that to 2019. How did away favorites, 39-32? Still a winning record, and 34-35-2. So pretty much 500. And what about 2018? 28 teams. Away favorites, 43-29. So as you can see, and if I take up my calculator right now, and I say, all right, let me go 43 plus 29 equals 72. So 72, 33 divided, oops. So we'll go 43 divided by 72 equals 59%. So close to 60%, right? Which is not bad because what we're looking for is we're looking for value, right? How about, let me see here. So that was the 28 season. Okay, let's go back to this season. And I'm going to look for favorites. Okay, we did the 3-game win streak. How about a 4-game win streak? How about teams on a 4-game win streak? And let's see who that pertains to today. Now, let's take a look at the streaks here. You got Kansas City on an 11-game losing streak. Chicago White Sox on a 6-game win streak. San Fran on a 3-game win streak. And I'll dig out my sheet because I've already done the homework, so we'll save some time here. New York Mets. New York Mets on a 6-game win streak. We have the Toronto Blue Jays on a 3-game win streak. We also have the Chicago White Sox, their doubleheader. And we got Houston on a 3-game win streak. Houston on a 3-game win streak right there. And Cleveland on a 4-game win streak. And they're playing a C-type team on a 5-game losing streak, right? So think about this. And the Raymond Report's all about valuing the law of average. So here's a situation where you have a team like Cleveland, 21-14 on the season, against a team in Seattle who's going through a 5-game losing streak. And if you know the Raymond Report, we're all about 3 things here, right? Number one, the number 1 fundamental is value. The number 2 is the percentage play. And number 3 is these performance cycles. And this is one of the cycles. And when I do my handicapping and I'm going through these streak cycles, I'm going to, put them all together and see where we're at here, right? So looking at this game right here, you got a team on a 4-game win streak against a team that's on a 5-game losing streak. So because they're a C-type team, let's try this. So let me see it. Did I said a 4-game win streak, right? So let's go to the database. And Cleveland is what tonight? They're a favorite. So let's go an away favorite on a 4-game win streak. And they're playing a team in Seattle. Seattle's record 8-20, so they're between 41%. So let's take a look here. A team that's on a 41 to 50% win percentage this season. 0-2, but let me go back the last 2 years. Let me go back the last 2 seasons to see if there's anything that'll come out and tell us anything. 9-9, 9-9, which is 50-50, right? It's 10-7 to the over. Not bad. Not bad. How about if they were just a favorite? Let's say if the 4-game win streak and a team that's 41, 32-20, 33-27. So still, it's a winning formula, right? So now that we've determined, they're on a 4-game win streak, they're an A-type team against a team that's on a 5-game losing streak. So where's the value? My number on this game here tonight was Cleveland minus 167, and they're minus 116 by the bookmakers. Now, I have 167, and now this 116, there's like a 40-some point difference right there, right? Now I got to say to myself, okay, there's such a big discrepancy within the value edge. Is that because the law of average is working against us here? Eventually what goes up must come down, and the percentage play, I got Cleveland at a 20% chances of winning tonight compared to 76% for the Seattle Mariners, right? 76%. So the percentage play obviously favors the team that's on a 5-game losing streak. But what I got to factor in here is I got a team that's on a 5-game losing streak, and they're a C-type team in the Raymond Report, a team below 500. They're 2 games below 500, and the computer pick has Cleveland winning at 4.09. Now, when I look at the database, I've already done my research, so I'll just go through what I've already found. And I think this was away teams. And you know what? Just so that I make sure I'm on the right path here, let me go to any team. And let me say the 2021, so current season. And we'll take this off. And let me see here. So 2021 on a 4-game winning streak should be 14-14. So this way I know I got the right, 14-14 all around, right? 50%. So there's no really edges to anything. In 2020, the team on a 4-game win streak was 40-29. The over/under at 33, 34, and 2. In 2019, the team on a 4-game win streak was 98-78. So it keeps doing well. And then in 2018, 77-75. So 2 games above 500. Now I just read off 4 stats right there from 2021 to 2018, and the things that the common denominator is winning stats, a winning record: 40-29, 98-78, 77-75. And when I look at the over/unders, very balanced: 14-14 this season, 33-34 and 2 to the under, 1 game under, 80-84 to the under, and then 64-85 to the under. So you see the common denominator there is the under, right? So we always having the under show up, and the team that's on the streak has a tendency to win, but it's not at a high percentage. So looking at tonight's game, if I was to look at this game between Seattle, Cleveland and Seattle, I got a team on a 4-game win streak. I know in the last 4 years, teams that are on a 4-game win streak have a winning streak of winning, or a percentage play of winning. The only thing that probably has me a little bit concerned is this 20-76 percentage play. I wish this was like maybe on a 3-game losing streak instead of a 5. But you got Aaron Savali going tonight. I do have the value. I have the extremely good value here. I just wish it was a little tighter in numbers, because this is, to me, is such a wide discrepancy. But I do love Cleveland here in this spot here tonight. The computer pick has it at 4.09 to 3.68, so we do have another indicator pointing towards that number, right? So I do like Cleveland in that spot. Now, let's take a look at some of the other streaks here that we got going. We got a home team here that's a home underdog on a 4-game win streak. So how has teams that are a home underdog, let's say the last 2 years, on a 4-game losing streak? On a 4-game losing streak, and let's take a look at that, and let's see what the old survey says. 29-36, so not that great, right? And is Detroit part of this crew? They must be, because 1-8. So as you can see, Detroit, when they're on a 4-game losing streak, only 1-8. So if you're thinking that maybe this is a good spot for Detroit, history is not on your side, and they're facing a team tonight that's on a 3-game, losing streak. So Chicago, a C-type team, so a team below 500 against a team that's also below 500, that's on a 4-game win streak. Look at the percentage play. The percentage play does favor here Chicago Cubs at 76% compared to 32% on the team that's a C-type team that has a 32% chance of winning. So with all that said, what I'm trying to get at here is that when you do your handicapping and you see the streaks, right? You see a 6-game win streak, 11-game win streak. You see down here a 3-game against a 4-game, 6-game win streak against a 1-game win streak, 1-game win, right? 3-game win streak on Toronto, and so you get all these streaks, and you're saying, okay, when it's like trying to catch a falling knife. Do I stick on that streak, or do I get off that streak? Or when in doubt, you get out, right? That's one of my philosophies. The thing I've learned with streaks, this is my rule. And if you've watched my videos before, my golden rule of streaks is this. Any streak of 3 or more, you can talk me in or out of the game. Any streaks of 4 or higher, that is a go against, you either ride that streaks or you get out. So in this example, here, Toronto, 3-game win streak, you can talk me in and out of that streak. This game here, 3-game losing streak, you can talk me in and out of that pick, but I'm gonna go out. 11-game losing streak, don't even bother. Don't even bother touching that team, because you can't guess when Kansas City is going to win their next game. Chicago White Sox on a 6-game win streak, you can talk me into that carrying on, right? Because you got a team that's falling and they can't get up. Minnesota, a 4-game losing streak, don't touch that. Here you got the law of average here. You got a 3-game win streak against a 3-game losing streak, and you got a C-type team below 500 against a team that's 21-17 on the year, a B-type team, meaning they're 50 to 59.9 in the standings. And you can probably talk me in or out of that game, and I would have to find more indicators to see if I'd really like Houston here. My line is -109. They're overvalued, and I do like that. In the Raymond Report, whenever I got a team that's I'd rather bet on a team that's overvalued than undervalued. So I do like Houston in this situation with the streaks, right? 4-game winning streak against a 5-game losing streak. I do like Cleveland, and that's it. That's it for the streaks, right? Down here, Chicago, we talked about it, against Detroit on a 4-game win streak. I would not touch, the reason why I wouldn't touch this game here is because you got a team below 500 against another team below 500, so they're very inconsistent, and from an investment point of view, not a good bet to take. And then you got a 6-game win streak against 11. I'll take this every day of the week. All right, there you have it. That's my streak. I don't know if you got anything out of that. Let me show you before you go. I did find one thing of value, and I'll finish on this high note here. 2021 current season, teams on a 4-game win streak current season, and you might want to look into this here. This so far this season, it's a trend that's going our way, and it's not a team trend, it's a league system trend. And let me see here, 4-game in its favorites. What did I do here? Favorites, maybe it's home favorites, or was it last year, 2021? I thought it was this season. 4-game. Oh, okay, I got losing streak. Let me go 4-game winning streak. Favorites should bring me to a 10-4 record. Hopefully. There we go. 10-4. So let's go review. Favorites on a 4-game win streak this season, 10-4 straight up. And let me see just home team or away, if there's a big difference. 7-7. So maybe the away team has a better percentage play here. 7-7. Wow. Hang on here. It's an away team. That's right. It's not favorites. All right. How about home favorites? Won't be 7-2. So home favorites on a 4-game win streak so far this year, 7-2, and away favorites obviously should be what, 7-2, 3-2. All right, 3-2. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, folks, there you have it. That's the streaks segment today of finding winners, and just again, when you're handicapping and you're always, streaks will play in your mind, right? You say, do I go against the streak? Do I take off the streak? You got to factor in the team, the situation, the home, the pitcher, the percentage play, and then make a decision on the streak, right? So I gave you my golden rules, and the golden rules of streaks are this. 3 or more, you can talk me in or out of it. 4 or higher, if it's a losing streak, I'm out. If it's a winning streak, then you ride it out, right? Depending on the team they're playing. All right, if you're interested in my picks each and every day, you can get them at bullpenpicks.com. My handle here is Ron Raymond. And if you go to most followed, you'll see the Expo logo. That's me. I went 6-6 yesterday, and you can get my plays each and every day for free just by going to bullpenpicks.com. And if you enjoyed this video, this edition of Finding Winners, love to get your feedback and maybe post your comment on what you find of value when you are looking for streaks. Hey, when we're looking for the old Frank the Tank in old school, right? All right, folks, have yourself a great rest of your day. As always, shop for value, play those percentages. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Cheers.